What's going on, you mommy milker munchin' masochistic mongoloids? Welcome to Grunt Speak.
Live from the lair.
I'm Toxic Male, that's Fat Punisher. What is going on? Welcome to Thought Thursday. You thought-tastic thinkers.
Wow, we've had some crazy stuff going on. I mean, women are coming unglued.
No.
I'm looking at all these. I mean, when did I do the spinster bubble?
3-4 years
Was
ago?
it that? I thought it was longer.
Something like that.
Well, I've been watching a lot of the red pill content, and a lot of them are ripping apart these TikTok videos of women in their late 30s, early 40s complaining about no men.
There's no men left. There's no good men. Where?
Hey, look, if you're 37 and you've been taking a quart of throat yogurt a week for 20 years, and all of a sudden you get to the end of the, Rooster roller coaster and
The hot
there's
dog
nobody
banana.
there, you did it to yourself.
A little bit. It just cracks me up. And another thing that's been going crazy on TikTok lately is this thing called, feral girl time, where they basically get together and conspire for how to just be as unattractive to men as possible, letting their body hair grow, dyeing their armpit hair different colors and shit. Yeah, because that's what men are into.
Yeah, go ahead, do that all you want. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see how that works out for you.
It is stunning and brave. You do you. You live your truth.
I find that so infuriating. That's not true. Well, it's not my truth. I'm like, no. What you're experiencing is your perspective. The truth is when you take all of the perspectives and put them together and go, what's happening here?
Truth is a three-edged blade.
And-
Your side, my side, and the truth.
Yeah, and women, especially single mothers, get really upset about that when you tell them about the stats and how many of these children from single mothers become prostitutes, rapists, murderers, drug addicts, go insane.
85% of the people in prison did not have a father at home, and the vast majority of junkies, violent criminals, rapists, alcoholics, nut house residents, self-deletions, all come from fatherless homes.
Yep. And then the minute you say that, well, I have children and they're doing just fine.
So you think.
Give it some time and we'll find out.
Yeah, they're doing just fine as you let their tablets and devices raise them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to go great. Public education is totally, not pornographic anymore.
Yeah, that just blows my mind.
Yeah, you got to love it. These, people bring in their own children's reports. They bring in the syllabus given to them by the teacher. This is the assignment, and they read it. Oh, that's inappropriate. We're going to have you removed. Like, you're teaching this to my kid. That doesn't matter. We have to get you out of here.
Yeah, I mean
it's okay as long as you don't know about it. But as soon as you try to hold us accountable, we're going to silence you. We're just like the government.
Yeah, because that's going to. Oh yeah, what is it? Biden is trying to get AI to censor people.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, talk about the poke and smoke thing.
Poke and smoke thing. Yeah, you guys are going to love this. Totally nothing to hide here, ladies and germs. Biden administration and big tech adapting military-grade AI to silence Americans worried about poke side effects.
Yeah, let's not, pay attention to, I'm just watching that one nurse in England. England has a 30% above normal death rate.
Yep.
I mean, okay. And then
excess deaths among teenage boys are up 85%.
When I sent you the articles about the 80 soldiers that are reported to have died in their sleep in the past 2 years on Fort Bragg.
And there were so many they deliberately stopped counting them.
Yes. That is, I'm trying to work on getting the numbers from the inside.
Nothing to see here. They just got climate change to death.
Yeah, just got climate change
No
to
big
death,
deal.
that's all. Yeah.
No problem at all.
Yeah, listen, the more I see this stuff, the more I'm believing that this was a culling of some type.
Oh, it absolutely was.
Yeah.
But we're not allowed to talk about here on YouTube, so we're going to have to keep things PG.
Yep.
We do have some good stuff for you, though, tonight. We don't want it all to be doom and gloom. From Sunchoke B. Evening, you MiG-15s, NATO call sign, bigot! Writing this week to let you know the lessons that I have learned on this show helped the big head when the little head wanted to drive me right to the VD highway.
Yeah, you don't want that, man.
Now you make a wrong turn and
Yeah, you get dick worm.
a little bit. I had a flare-up of LOP, stands for lack of poon, and decided to install some dating apps. That's a big mistake. I finally got a match on Tinder with an attractive Asian girl. I had plans to go on an actual date, but I soon found out the profile was a front to set up happy ending massages. No wonder she was Asian.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's a stereotype or anything.
Just saying.
The happy ending rates were fair. And the little head was on board.
So it's about $50 to $150.
Yeah, he's down here going, this could be a good use of $50. All
right.
What you think, Toby?
It's $50 for the mouth massage head bobs.
Yeah, the
And then
mouth
it's
hugs.
$1,500 to go to urgent care
Yeah.
to get a shot and pills that may or may not take care of your problem.
Yeah, and depending on how old you are, you might have to get a needle in the wiener. That's never good. Ugh. But then I remembered all the times I've heard about leaky dicks on this channel. Somehow the hours of sermons that I have heard from Pop about Saint Riggs, the patron saint of dickworms, help the big head overpower the little head and walk away from this bad decision. My shit-talking uncle saved me from a dickworm, future blackmail, and other sketchy stuff. I appreciate you guys.
Outstanding. Well, I'm glad we helped you out.
Saint Riggs, the patron saint of dickworms.
Well, he's probably dead, so he probably is a...
It's probably true. You're going to have to get like a Saint Riggs statue, put it on the dashboard of your car, and then the next time you decide to pick up a hitchhiker and she offers to pay you with a mouth hug, you can look at Saint Riggs and be like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Hey, here's $5 though. Get yourself some Hardee's.
I should do a video and break it down. I already did the cost for like the 3 dates to sexual activity.
Yeah.
Then I could just take those numbers and then figure out how much you actually paid per head bob and pump. Or if it's just titties, or if it's one titty or two titty. I mean,
paid way too much for a mouth hug, bro. She charged me an extra 10 for the palm puffer.
it's a mouth hug. That was funny when we came up with that in the car, man.
Mouth hug.
Mouth hug, head bob.
More hugging, less talking, baby. We do have 2 new lives saved, and we did promise that we would read the messages on the stream tonight. Mm-hmm. This first one's a little longer, but it all balances out because number 506 is quite short.
All right.
So this comes from number 505. Hey, Pop, you can call me Doc. I'm not even sure how to start this letter to you. I've contemplated writing it for a while. The letter has been over 5 years in the making, and finally, a nice tall glass of Tully and a pretty rough day has brought it about. So it all started when I got out of the Marine Corps. Med Sep after a motorcycle accident, just wandering aimlessly through life. I'd wanted to be a Marine since I was about 5 years old, so yeah, a little disorienting. I met this girl, Christina. Yes, that's her real name. No, I don't give a fuck about changing her name. Well, as things go, she got pregnant, and me being young and raised in an old school family, I married the can't understand normal thinker. Things go by for a couple of years and progressively get worse. Accusations about cheating. Meanwhile, her nights out with her friends, her coming back with scratch-off tickets instead of a rent check. Yeah. Add to that, she was extremely abusive up to and including stabbing me.
Oh, my God.
Not once, but twice because of an unknown number in my phone.
Yeah. Was she Mexican? That's just like or Italian. I mean,
Woo!
they get pretty nasty.
I'm not going to say you're wrong. That's, wow. That's insane. I was raised till death do us part and stuck around. It seriously sounds insane when I write it all down.
Yeah.
It didn't help that the hospital and cops basically laughed me off. Yeah, because equality, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Men are totally held above women in every facet, except for, everything. Well, it all comes to a head after her mother divorced her 5th husband.
Whoa.
Yes, 5th. This biatcha wasn't riding the bratwurst bonanza. She owned an entire cock plantation and decided to just put rings on all the different ones that she loved sucking on.
Oh. Damn.
Oh, man, it's like how they tag sharks when they pull them out of the water and send them back for scientific study. Well, after some emotional manipulation, I said that she could stay with us.
Oh, my God.
Big mistake.
The mother-in-law invasion has begun.
Oh, yeah. Within a month, the whole atmosphere had changed even worse than it was originally. Then one day, it happened. I came home early and found her in bed with another man.
Oh, yeah.
It was weird. It was both wildly shocking and yet completely expected. I immediately drew my sidearm and aimed it at them. Whoo, that escalated quickly. The guy said something about not knowing. Probably BS, but I wasn't sure. So I told him that's okay, but to get dressed and face the wall. And I told her to just hold still and that it would all be over soon enough. Slow, steady squeeze, and I got a click instead of a bang. Remedial action and nothing but a click yet again. So I was a little irritated and took it as a sign to just leave. And I did.
Uh-huh.
Well, a week goes by, and I got arrested for domestic assault and battery. No, not for that night, but for something that was completely made up, stating that I came over and assaulted her or some such insanity while I was out with my friends on his farm. And wouldn't you know it, by the time I made bail that Monday, the whole house had been packed up. All the valuables were magically gone, to include my motorcycles, Range Rover, and all my tools. Well, what's she going to do with them? Then I walk into the backyard and find my shadow box, my flag, medical records, and many other valuables in a pile of ashes. Not gonna lie, I've pretty much moved on, but writing this reminds me why I plan to piss on her grave and shout obscenities during her funeral. That is, wow.
Yeah, I don't know if I would probably arrange for some bad shit to happen to that woman.
Well, I mean, think about it. And this is just typical modern women completely allergic to accountability. She gets caught cheating, and then, as a result of that, gets him arrested, steals all his shit, and then lights the valuables on fire. And in her mind, that's completely justified. And there will be women who will side with her on this.
Correct. And listen, this is like one of the main reasons the marriage rate is the lowest it has ever been.
Wow.
Quite literally, this is going to kill our country.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to take 10, 20 years and we're done.
At this rate, you're not wrong. Oh, wow. But this isn't all bad news, man. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed one part of it. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Fast forward a bit, and due to all of her horse shit and a bit of my own with trying to contact her even though she filed a restraining order, I wanted to see my son and was going crazy without my family. Sue me. I ended up in prison for a year. Staring down the barrel of second-class citizenship, I decided to split my neck with a broken-down razor blade, hit a vein instead of an artery, and somehow survived by sheer dumb luck.
Wow.
Didn't hurt that I was a grunt with essentially a scalpel and not a combat knife, otherwise this story wouldn't have a happy ending. But it isn't all bad news. I'm sure that you hear plenty of that as it is. I served my time, have been out for about 5 years now. Stellar citizen, paying my child extortion fees like a good little slave, etc. Not so much as a parking ticket, and I'm currently shopping for property to start my own farm with my savings. Yeah, talk about beating a sword into a plow. But yeah, working a very good paying union job, plenty of money to buy the women I want to rent for the weekend.
All right.
And life is good. I'm on course to retire early, and I couldn't be happier. Now to the point where you came in. I literally had the clothes on my back and the brain skills my brains and skills when I was released. I bartered for a place to stay based on some of my skills I had learned in the Corps, and was in a pretty rough part of town. Shit was really tough, like Hollywood type bad. I still remember every little detail. I was sitting on a couch that smelled like piss and mildew, cracked out idiot neighbors all around, and I was just like, screw it. Today's the day I'm done with this. I went to a surplus store, bought an EGA, stopped by the liquor store on my way home, drank about half the bottle, loaded the pistol. Yeah, gun control totally works for any of the libtard dumb fucks that care to know. Put on the EGA, and then sat down on the edge of the tub. I laughed because I had to piss, but that wouldn't matter if I shot myself, so I took a piss, and then I heard my phone go off, vibrate, whatever. I kind of selfishly hoped it was the ex asking for more money so I could FaceTime me blowing my brains out and hope that it would cause her the same level of pain that she had caused me. It wasn't her. It was you.
Wow. Okay.
One of your videos or live streams or some shit. And, of course, I look around and I'm like, fuck it, nobody's going to know I waited to watch a video. And sure as fuck, you said something about they're not worth it. To which I literally responded out loud, the fuck you know about this shit, or something to that effect. Then you talked about your family situation, sleeping in a car, and I kept watching. The point is, I woke up the next day with a pistol in one hand and my phone in the other, and that was the day things started to change. I got a legitimate job, cleaned myself up, and started getting shit done in the right direction. I never said thank you before, and I definitely don't write fan mail ever. That's it, bro. I don't give a damn about my number. I'm not over here trying to suck your dick or some shit to get out on a video. I just wanted to say thank you and that I appreciate everything that you did for me even though we never met. You were with me in a pretty dark time. I'll never forget it. Doc.
All right.
Damn.
That's a good letter.
That's a very good letter. Wow.
But
Holy hell.
All right. What should have happened is this. He should have ran the dude out of there, right?
Yeah.
Packed up all of your sensitive shit right then and there, put in one of your vehicles, and leave.
Yep.
And then go right to the bank and take your money out and then fight it out in court. Well, I don't know if I could handle. Yeah, like if all my stuff got burned, there would definitely be some retribution.
Yeah, I mean, losing your dog was bad enough.
Yeah. Well, I hope I can put that behind me because if I was to come down with a terminal illness, it would be bad for somebody. I'm not going to say any names. I'm just saying.
I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to tell.
All right.
Just how it used to be in the military before shit hit the fan.
Yep.
Zer. Yeah. That totally works. All right, and then we have number 506, who goes by Matt. Just want to let you guys know that years ago I had a very low point and didn't think that I would live to see my next birthday. Then I found your content and it saved my life. I was able to rebuild myself bigger, stronger, faster, and even more wealthy than I could have imagined. Big Tau for life.
Big Tau.
Yes. Out frickin' standing.
Yeah. Bionic MGTOW.
Yes. So that's 2 lives saved, but things always have to even out. The universe is all about balance. So we have a couple who lost their lives, one of whom under very suspicious circumstances. Let's check this out.
Yeah.
At first, I thought, like, just reading the headline for this, it sounded like a completely different story. But then you dig into it, and you discover that we have yet another case of self-deletion that probably benefits some kid fuckers. Las Vegas judge dies by self-deletion 1 year after ethics probe resignation. So basically what this is about is this woman, who's a mother of 3 and a judge, killed herself a year after leaving her position to avoid a complicated ethics probe that began over what she said was her attempt to save her daughter from prostitute tutelage. Melanie Andreas Tobiasen, 53, stepped down as a justice of the peace before a hearing regarding her ethics investigation. The bottom line of this was she has a daughter who was then 16, started working at a clothing store that she believed was a front for criminal activities and tried to stop it. She said the store, called Top Notch, was involved with prostitution and tried to recruit her daughter. You can see why.
Yep.
And then you go down here. She called out Vegas cops for ignoring the information about the alleged trafficking, claimed that the store was an unlicensed underage nightclub, and was terrified of Shane Valentine, who ran the store at the time. Let's see. This would have been 7 years ago because her daughter is now 23. Andres Tobiasen said she had to go to the FBI with the information after being ignored by local police, which resulted in officers investigating her for allegedly breaching judicial rules by making an allegation to federal agents.
That's ridiculous.
Yes, it is. The complaint filed against her alleged that she failed to comply with and uphold the law and allowed family interests and relations to influence her conduct, despite the fact that she had attempted to go through the proper channels in the past. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and now she's dead by self-deletion.
Well, I mean, to be honest, this is a terrible story.
Yeah.
You should always come, raised to you should do everything you can to protect your children.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I am not going to shed a tear over a judge dying, because they have absolutely no qualms about throwing you in jail for nothing. And literally, in my opinion, most of the judges do such egregious shit. We need to revamp the whole fucking thing.
Agreed. And here we actually have one that was trying to do the right thing, at least for her own kid, trying to be a good parent.
It is suspicious.
It's extremely suspicious.
Yeah, and
isn't it amazing how all these people who have dirt on kid fuckers wind up
dead,
offing themselves?
Yeah.
2 shots to the back of the head.
My gut's telling me that the Vegas PD, somebody is getting paid off to cover it up. And then when a judge starts squawking about it, they got to shut her up. The only way to do that, dead men tell no tales.
Yeah. And, going to the FBI, any alphabet agency whatsoever, you might as well have just painted a target on your back. And it appears that target worked, because here we are.
Yep. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up. But, that's just a conspiracy theory to even assume. Like, the media said that it was a self-deletion, therefore we must absolutely believe it.
Yeah, just like that, the statistical probability of all the people who knew the Clintons who died of suicide is literally, it's rivaling life spontaneously appearing out of nothing.
Pretty much. Like, we're going to have a better chance of inventing replicators from Star Trek.
Yeah.
Before you know that many people in your life who off themselves, especially if they happen to have dirt on you. But not all deletions are, uncalled for. Bad thing. Let's check this out. This is the title of tonight's stream, and I've been sitting on this article for like 2 weeks. I can't wait to finally read it. My wife is dead. The best Christmas present I could have gotten. For the title alone.
I need to find out exactly what happened on this one.
I
purposely did not read this because I didn't want to.
This is I knew that you would want to have your authentic reaction here. This is the original post. My wife is dead. Best Christmas present I could have gotten. At the beginning of 2022, I caught my wife having an affair with one of her exes. Our marriage wasn't perfect. I was not the perfect husband, I will admit, but I did my best. I put effort into the entire 5 years we were together. I put my all into the relationship. I could not say the same. I was forced to confront the reality of who she truly was shortly after I caught her. She illegally evicted me from our shared home, lied to the police to try to get me arrested, tried to get me fired from my job, and tried to turn all of my friends against me.
Yeah, that's 101 right there.
That's SOP.
That's, narcissistic CUNT 101 right there.
Yep. SOP for the CUNT. Mm-hmm. Some of these succeeded, while others did not. She has made my life a living hell since the day I asked her for the divorce and has planted her heels into the ground over our separation to try to drain all my finances and emotional strength. Mm-hmm. The only upside is we had no kids for her to use as weapons, but I soon found out that her policy of strict birth control with me did not extend to her suitor, as he got her pregnant 5 months ago.
Ooh, bummer.
I thought maybe this would help speed along the divorce, but it only rallied her in her efforts to destroy me. Mm-hmm. On Christmas Eve, my wife and her suitor went to a party where both of them got drunk. I find this fact terrible, as all her friends knew she was also pregnant. Her suitor drove them home, a mistake that would cost both of them their lives. In the state I live in, our divorce is now considered to have never even started. I will be able to claim her life insurance policy for myself and move back into my home.
All right. Yeah.
The only innocent victim here was the unborn child.
Yeah, well, karma's a bitch.
Yeah. He picked the can't understand normal thinker. So he should have seen this coming. Just saying.
Yeah.
Does he deserve what she did to him? No.
No.
But we're still not done yet here. Her parents called me up distraught yesterday, acting as if the last year had never happened, and offered their full support to my funeral preparations for her. My confusion was beyond belief, but the apple does not fall far from the tree when it comes to my wife.
No, it does not.
I told them if they want a funeral, it was coming out of their pockets. I will pay for her to be cremated and deliver her ashes to them in the cheapest urn offered if they desire. They called me horrible and tried to guilt me about her life insurance, but after only 4 minutes on the phone with them, I hung up and blocked every single one of her family's numbers.
You should have her cremated and send her ashes back in a Ziploc bag.
Yep. Clumped together with piss.
Oh, savage!
I'm going to be taking a few extra days off work to move back into my house over the next week. I've already made arrangements to have her stuff hauled off, so my home will be an empty canvas to start my life anew. I don't know if there is a God or if this was just karma, but I truly believe now that I have come out on the other side of the storm.
Well,
Wow.
I would say it's a little bit of both.
Yep. And he had some comments for the comments here.
Oh, there's an update.
Yeah. Judge me how you will. I will not argue with how my actions influence others' opinions about me. I just know that if the situation was reversed, my wife would be shopping for a sports car with the life insurance money she collected from me.
Absolutely.
And you're right, I don't like them, but they do deserve her things if they want them. I'll unblock her mom and offer to make arrangements to deliver her stuff wherever she wants. If she wants it all or only certain things, I'll eat the cost and deliver it to her. I'm already paying to have it hauled and trashed, so no point in caring where it goes. I cut those people out of my life when they turned on me due to false accusations that I had video evidence to prove wrong.
Wow.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If her lies being exposed in 4K are not enough to convince them, they are nothing more than anchors to be released into the sea.
I like it.
I will be installing cameras at the house tomorrow. The locks have already been repinned. My divorce lawyer has already given me recommendations, and I'm meeting with an attorney Wednesday.
Big dog.
Wow.
Big dog.
There's a lot more here, but, I want to know what you guys think in the chat. Screw Reddit. Reddit's a cesspool of disease, but I'm interested to see what you guys think. No,
well, I had, what was this, about a good 20-some-odd years ago? One of my soldiers was going through the same thing. Not this bad, but he found out that, she was banging another dude while we were out doing stuff for the military. It went into a divorce. Things were getting crazy. I was running interference so he wouldn't get totally hammered because I knew it was a bunch of bullshit. And lo and behold, she comes down with leukemia.
Oh.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden she's like, well, let's get back together. Because she wants the free TRICARE treatment.
Yes.
And I'm like, nah. This has gone way too far, bro.
Hell to the no.
I mean, if she was willing to cook you up this bad before she got sick, and then you become the nice guy, and then all of a sudden she goes into remission, what do you think is going to happen? I'm like, no, you're 90 days away from this being final. Finalize it, wash your hands, and be done. And that's what he did. And then I don't know what happened to her. I assume she's probably, in a box desiccating somewhere.
Desiccating.
Yeah. And he went on to do great things, and, but.
There you go.
Whew.
It's crazy, cracked up world that we live in, and relations between men and women are just.
Well, first of all, I did that video I just put out about the chameleons out there, right? In today's day and age, virtually every girl you're going to come across is a hidden feminist, right? Who has a high body count. Once they go beyond 4, your chances of divorce go through the roof.
Yep.
So if you have any qualms about a woman, and ask her about her body count, ask her friends. Somebody's going to slip up somewhere. You can figure it out, and then when you find out that they failed the dick stacking test, they're temporary.
There you go.
Or lease. Keep them around for whatever, but don't sign your name to anything. Don't make a down payment. It is not worth it. The merchandise is defective.
Yep. Would you buy milk that's 20 years past its expiration date? No, you probably wouldn't.
Here's a good analogy. If you go to Salvation Army, they try to sell you underwear. There's like 2 or 3 aisles of it for a reason.
Like, no, thank you.
Are you going to really stick your Johnson in a banana hammock where somebody else's Johnson has been supported by the same banana hammock? No.
I wish I had that clip from the episode of Friends where they're all running late and Joey can't find his underwear. It's like, why don't you wear the underwear you're wearing now? Because I'm not wearing any underwear now. Well, then why would you wear it in the tux? It's a rented tux. I'm not going commando in another man's fatigues.
Yeah. I mean, come on. I mean, it's just common sense.
I know. I wouldn't want to do his laundry, just so we're clear.
And and the more I research this, the more I understand, and I support the passport bros.
Yeah.
The guys who are just leaving the country to, test the waters elsewhere. Because guess what? There are a lot of cultures in this world that still value strong, independent men.
Yeah.
Masculine men. It doesn't hurt that, you come from America and you got some money.
Yep. And what really blows my mind is that even the chameleons, they want the strong, masculine men, even though their feminist brains have told them that that's toxic.
Well, like, for instance,
They freely admit it.
I grew up in a single mother home.
Yep.
And I heard all of the stuff, women like this and women like that, and this is that. And like literally, by the time I was a sophomore in high school, it was an absolute train wreck. Mm-hmm. And it just went on like that until I got divorced. And then once I got the red pill enema by force in divorce court, I had to relearn everything.
Yeah.
And for a good 2 or 3 years, I was savagely angry.
Oh, I remember. I caught you at peak anger.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I'm at my best when I'm at
Even
peak
a good steak dinner, you're just like, tired of living, bruh. Like you're eating a delicious steak.
Yeah, fuck off.
Fuck off.
I get it.
And hey, you know what? Because you're still here, 506 people are still here. I'll take it. I'll read a couple chats here, and then we'll jump back into the news. Dung is fun. $50 for a rub and tug. The most bang for your buck. Literally and figuratively.
Well, in the United States, 50 to 150 before inflation prices was standard, bottom of the barrel or medium barrel rug and tug.
True. Yeah. Reaper01. Just got dark in here. I missed that. Blake, family reunion in the email. All right, let's check it out. I very recently reconnected with my estranged father after 20 years. Wow, at a family gathering. As I'm sure I explained before, my father was very abusive and addict, and I witnessed horrible things at his hands in my younger years. However, now at 52, he's clean and still trying to cope with his demons. The reason I chose to speak to him was the fact that I figured that if my late mother could speak with him after all he's done, what the hell, why can't I? We sat down and started talking. I was surprised to see and hear how opposite and yet alike we are. You see, he was a victim of Wango Tango at the hands of women as well. As he tearfully explained what happened to him, I couldn't help but see the frightened and confused boy that I'm sure he was and that I myself used to be too. He explained it started with his foster mother, and she began passing him around the neighborhood to several other women in exchange for money to feed her addiction. That said, with sex being all he knew, my father grew into a literal gigolo in the early 1980s. Dude's probably got a whole colony of dickworms. It got to the point where an older woman actually wanted to buy my older brother before he was born.
Whoa,
Whoa, that's messed up.
wow.
At first, I didn't believe it, but once the story was confirmed by my aunts on that side of the family who were also at the gathering, I could do nothing but sit there in amazement as she spoke, knowing that my life was and is on an extremely parallel path to his.
Wow.
With the exception, of course, of the booger sugar addiction. Booger sugar.
You gotta write that down.
And multiple children. The booger sugar. That's good. I haven't heard that one before. It took me a few minutes to understand that the only thing that saved me from becoming just like him was the Marines that got to me before the drugs and the gangs did. But it still shook me that almost the very same thing that happened to me also happened to him, with the exception of the cameras and the studios, etc. I guess the old quote is true. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. One more reason why I will not have kids is I refuse to pass this curse on to my son, Reaper. Out.
I don't blame you.
Hot damn, that's crazy.
Now, listen, I never experienced anything like that growing up. I mean, the closest I got to any other, any sexual anything is I got to pull out my babysitter's tits when I was like 11. What are you going to do? They were there.
What are you going to do?
I was 11. That's it, though. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Whatever works for you, I guess.
Hey, what are you going to do?
Not a whole hell of a lot.
I was only half of 22.
I'm going to read the next chat. That's what I'm going to do. Try to scrub that out of my brain pan.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get some booger sugar. It'll help me forget.
Oh, my God, that's funny.
K-Note. Pop, I saw an apparition. Looked like a person crossing the street by a streetlight, but in my headlights, just vapor. No plausible exhaust source anywhere.
Yeah.
That's some interesting shit right
there. I've heard, I got a couple stories I'm going to do about those apparitions. I have guys who've seen them.
Hell yeah.
They're not very long stories, so I can maybe splice them all together.
And you know what? That first email that we read, please send us your stories for how the lessons that you have learned on this show have helped you to avoid multiple dick worms.
Yeah, oh my God.
or anything. I'm curious. Bart Fine, bitter old man. Dying slowly is better than dying suddenly. I guess it depends on how slowly you're dying and what you're dying of. I'm sure some people would prefer a car accident to bone cancer. Just a personal opinion.
On the bucket list, when they're both puking and he looks in the mirror and goes, some lucky bastards having a massive coronary right now.
I was like a grumpy old man in the very beginning. Like, you hear about Eddie Hicks? Hypothermia is a bitch, not quick like a stroke.
Yeah.
Stroke is no damn good. You can wind up like a vegetable. Give me a cardiac any day.
Listen, you got to laugh.
Yep.
You got to laugh.
Yeah, and then when Chuck dies, Ozzie Davis, like, last night in his sleep. Lucky bastard. Tiger NG. Countries are built and kept on voluntary and willing sacrifice of men. We're running low on both.
Yep.
You're damn right. Risky Krisky. Hanging in there. Airborne all the way, number 282. Awesome. Good to see you, brother. Escape the prison colony says, best Christmas ever.
Listen, I love to hear revenge stories.
Hey,
and I encourage all the guys out there who watch this that have been divorced and you've been tracking the ex and it's just turning into one train wreck after another. Send us an email. We'll do a whole show on that.
Mm-hmm. Train wrecks of Christmas past, present, and future.
Oh, my God.
Attila Hung. Interesting. My uncle married a single mom with 2 kids and knocked her up. Oh, God.
What are you doing?
He ended up pouring gasoline all over him next to his car and lighting himself up. He was identified by dental records.
That is the most horrible way to go.
And then he ends it with, cheers from Australia. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wow. He went full Viet Cong for that one, huh?
Wow.
It's insane. Epic fail with a $50 donation. Holy shit.
We're not worthy.
Hey, Pop, I know you don't play games that often, but I believe you will enjoy MechWarrior 5 on Steam. As a fellow vet, it helps keep me entertained while not taking up too much time. It has the spirit of the original games, and it's easy to get into.
I'll check it out.
Check it
I
out.
play War Thunder, though.
Yeah, I know you do.
I'll fire it up for now.
And I know when you're playing when I get here and I just hear upstairs, damn it! Motherfucker!
And it always turns out like as soon as I get some in the crosshairs, I'm about to push a button, I blow up.
Pew.
God damn it.
Channel 1-800-DUMB from the tyranny of New Zealand, 506. Yes, 506 for the win. A recovering NPC sent an email to Grunt Speak asking about an upcoming event in my neighborhood. Would like to equip myself properly for battle. I think you can respond to that one after the stream.
Okay.
Probably be the best. Costa Lamb with another $50 donation. Holy shit.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
Yeah, listen, have that guy send me an email exactly.
He already
what it was.
did. He already sent you an email. It went to the Grunt Speaks email, which means it's already been forwarded to yours. It'll be in the main.
All right.
Costa Lamb betting any money that at the party they were celebrating having him destroyed within the year and egged on by all the party guests. They then felt invincible by getting in the car drunk and argued with physics. Guess what? Physics won.
Listen, physics and gravity almost always win.
Oh, yeah.
You know, in fact, at the end of the day, that 18th hole is 6 feet deep, and the thing that pulls you down is gravity.
You're damn right. Speaking of 6 feet deep, I think we can look forward to a whole bunch of biological women winding up there if this continues to go through. Let's check this out. Male grapist transitions before trial, sent to all-female prison as a transgender woman.
Is this in UK?
Prospective convicted grapist being imprisoned with women in the UK triggers outcry.
All right.
Well, the UK is even more far gone than we are.
Listen,
Wow.
you get what you get. You guys are idiots. We're almost as bad as you, but I think Canada is a little worse.
Yeah, I think Canada at this point is basically just full-on embraced the moniker of China 2.0.
Yep.
They are China 2.0 all day long.
All day long.
So this is Isla Bryceland of Scotland, found guilty this week of committing rapé when she was previously named Adam Graham, a muscular man with a shaved head and a face tattoo.
Wow.
Bryson denied the charges, telling the high court that any shenanigans was consensual and that she would never hurt another human being.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know the whole story.
I don't know the whole story either, but it is
was her face beaten, or is this like a regret thing?
It could
he
be.
He said, she said.
Regardless, this whole, and it is a trend. This is a trender thing of these dudes going to prison, and then all of a sudden they transition. Next thing you know, they're in the female population over at another prison, and this is what you get. Because we've totally never seen this before.
Oh, my God.
California prison inmate, totally feminine, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you could just feel the heartbeat in my penis from here.
God. Stop it.
Prison pregnant after state lets biological men into women's prison.
Yeah.
That was just one case. And then we had the one that was last year where 2 inmates impregnated by transformer inmate at an all-women's prison in New Jersey.
In New Jersey. What the hell?
Wow.
Wow, looks like,
what can you say?
There's a lot of be-getting going on in the prison.
Yeah, and apparently this prison house has 27 transformers, winos, women in name only, who are biological men identifying as women, transferred to the facility in 2019 following a lawsuit filed by the ACLU, fuck them, and a transformer who complained of suffering from abuse in a men's prison.
Yeah, I don't ever want to go to prison, man.
Well, if you're a chomo, guess what happens when you go to a men's prison?
Yeah, you'll get hammered.
Wow. Yeah, I totally, I guess these women are going to get climate changed into motherhood, right?
Yeah.
Because, stunning and brave woman's penis.
Listen, well, I mean, the whole thing's falling apart. I mean, we did, how many Wango tangos?
Hundreds.
There's hundreds of Wango tangos.
Hundreds of Wango tangos
since
every
we
year.
did the last Wango tango.
Yeah.
It's like somewhere between 300 and 500 Wango tangos a year, and 2/3 of them are women doing it.
I just don't get it.
Like, goddamn.
And then shit like this happens, and it's like, how the hell? I mean, my grandfather didn't die that long ago. It was 2009. But I guarantee you, if he were alive to see this shit today, he'd be like, this is not what I went over to Europe and laid my ass on the line for.
Yeah, my grandfather died in like 95.
Oh, man. I mean, it was starting to get bad around then. It really started to get bad around like the time Me Too hit. And now it's so completely off the rails, and it's accelerating. It's not slowing down.
Yeah, I know, but the only way it's going to fix itself is the system has to break and reset.
Ugh. And of course,
I love it. And listen, this just isn't TikTokers doing this. This is.
Oh, I know.
I mean, this is actually fairly common. I mean, there's a Home Depot.
It's
within 2 miles of here.
It kind of gives you hope, that they're going for men who are more traditional men, but at the same time, you don't want these dudes to get raked over the coals either.
Yeah.
So this is kind of two sides of the same story here. They kind of go together. Listen. Female TikTokers are saying they're deleting their dating apps and going to Home Depot.
Okay.
Because they want the Ron Swanson who can walk by the guy in the orange vest. I know more than you. And just keep on walking. What can I help you? I know more than you. This is just nuts. So,
well,
I love this. Success rates vary as in the bullet point.
One of my buddies, between his divorces, was actually picked up at a Home Depot, and it went out to her car in the parking lot on her break, banged her, and then went back in and bought some plywood.
Whatever works. I guess it takes all kinds. I guess.
Oh my God! I heard. I'm like,
I'm not going to kink shame anybody.
I'm like, dude, what were you thinking? She goes, oh, she wasn't that bad looking.
Wasn't that bad looking? Yeah.
He's like, well, okay, let's do this.
God. You know who else goes to Home Depot looking for a date? Paul Pelosi.
Oh yeah. Likes
it's hammer time.
The Hammer Man. Oh yeah, they're going to release that videotape, and we should do a parody of that thing.
Oh yeah, and the thing is, sooner or later, this is all going to come out, and instead of MC Hammer, it's going to be BBC Hammer.
Oh my God,
terrible. And I'm not talking about the news network. So I love this. Home Depot be the destination to meet your future husband. So. Of the many women on TikTok who say they're deleting dating apps, some say that they're looking for love at Home Depot. I'm headed to Home Depot to look confused in the lumber aisle. Look at this.
Uh-huh. There we
She's
go.
Putting on the lip gloss. She's already got her war paint on. She's got a 6 head.
Is that a 6? Yeah.
That's a 6 head.
That's a 5 or 6 head.
Humorous trend has been building for almost 2 years. We're just now hearing about it.
No, this is nothing new.
Oh,
this has been going on for decades.
Ladies, no joke. Home Depot is where you go if you want to meet a man. TikTok user Megan Louise 217 sent in a video in March. Okay. Let me listen to this. I gotta listen to this.
Home Depot is where you go if you want to meet a man. I found at least 3 husbands. I mean, they had wives, but don't let that stop you.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, because, the women are morally superior to men.
Now,
right?
listen, the universe is not going to send you somebody else's husband.
No.
It's usually not going to work out.
But they'll justify, well, he's my soulmate.
How many times I heard that?
Kiss my ass.
Oh, my Lord.
Although home goods retailer Home Depot saw 1.8 billion customer transactions worldwide in 2021, not everyone has found their romantic match. TikTok user It's CyberSave said in October 2021 that she was at Home Depot for the third time this month. No husbands in sight, she says.
At Home Depot for the 3rd time this month. No husbands in sight.
Well, that could have something to do with the fact that you're mid. Just saying. Dudes are looking for dimes, not a nickel.
And dudes go to buy stuff.
Yeah.
They go to Home Depot. It's like, they're doing something at home. Like, shit.
Who goes to Home Depot scouting for poon?
I certainly don't. That would even cross my mind.
Oh, man. shit.
Well, let's hear this one down
You
here.
go to Home Depot looking for poo. Next thing you know, you're itching more than if
But
you accidentally
this is
mishandled
a
the
symptom
fiberglass
of the
insulation.
spinster bubble starting to break.
Oh yeah, this is big.
This is
time.
only going to get worse
This
for
is
them.
pathetic. You know, my 4-week online dating experience.
Oh, here we go.
Best place to meet real men who don't use the net often, Home Depot, make it a day.
You're in your 40s.
Yep.
Just saying.
Yep.
Oh, so we're
Do
just
you
gonna
have an
walk.
aisle specifically where single men are? Is this a dog I can pet? Yeah, you can. Yeah. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. Do you know anything about a bunch of single men being here for a dating thing?
No.
You're not single, are you?
I'm not, no.
Too bad. Cute dog.
No.
Are you guys single?
No.
Damn it. Thank you. All these people are married. Yeah, that wasn't the answer at all.
All
I'm
right.
going to go to Lowe's now.
All right. The answer,
Okay, she's actually funny. I'll give her props.
The
for that.
answer was to get a dude when you're at your prime and hold
Yes.
on to him and not drive him out the door. We're so easy to get along with.
Yeah.
You know, suck, silence, and shut up. The 3 S's. That's all it really takes.
Suck, silence. Isn't like that redundant?
Well, yeah,
That's
right.
like calling a woman a vagina cunt.
Listen,
You're such a dick cock.
redundant.
Department of Redundancy.
No.
Department call.
Redundancy burns. You're a coitus fuckhead.
You're a coitus fuck. You want to go have shag bang? You want to go get burrito Mexican food? Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
Suck, silence, and sandwich. There you go.
All right, sorry. I fucked
There's
up.
your 3 S's. Suck, silence, and sandwich.
Yeah.
I knew we were going to bait the hook and somebody was going to bite on that bitch. It was just a matter of time.
I mean, but dudes are so easy. I mean, normal. No, I'm not talking about the feminized dudes that
Soy
act,
boys, yeah.
They act like a hybrid female thing. No, not those guys. I'm just talking about normal dudes.
Yeah, men who wear skinny jeans.
Yeah, and here's another video that I'm going to probably do this week is I'm literally going to go through the math and show you exactly what your value is as a dude, especially if you're one of those guys who can do medium, complicated kind of jobs required to upkeep a house.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you didn't exist, the lady who owned the house would have to pay that amount of money to get the same amount of services and value. And
Yep.
it is a huge number. Huge.
Oh, man, I'm still like hung up on these chicks going into Home Depot looking for dudes, and the kind of women who have dropped in their value to this point where they go into Home Depot are the ones who can go into the wood section and be like, I've had better. I'm gonna go check out the caulk. Yeah, it's too late. You've already seen them all.
Yep.
That's why you're here.
Listen, when you walked across the stage for your diploma in high school, you had the 1,000 cock stare. So just save it.
You went for a bratwurst bonanza, the hot dog haberdashery, the whole 9 yards, or the whole 9 inches in the case of some
dog
prostitutes. It's disgusting.
Haberdashery.
The hot dog haberdashery.
That's the male strip club. Got it. Or the helicopter zoo.
Yeah. Woo! That's good times. Oh, but we already see her. We already saw her.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, actually, wait, what the heck happened there? All of a sudden, it like skipped around on me. There she is. How you doing? She looks looks Mexican.
There's be some trouble there.
Yeah, lots of trouble.
You
Very
don't need
expensive. It's not all hope isn't lost. However, I will say this. When you read articles like this and you find out about these viral trends of things like trad wives, women saying, look, ditch the careers, serve a man, it's the way that it should be. We know that's the way it should be because that's what allowed us to become the dominant form of life on this planet and form civilizations, was the family unit. That being said, when we have episodes like The Hidden Feminist, is she really based or is she a chameleon? Make sure that you're asking those questions because a lot of these women, they might claim to be the trad wife. They could very well still have some feminist beliefs.
Yep. And then before you know it, from 5 to 10 years, they'll file a divorce, cheat on you, steal all your shit, rob you blind.
I find it amazing that TikTok, like the bot capital of the internet, the hashtag tradwife has garnered over 110.6 million views. As younger women post in support or in jest at the seemingly antiquated fringe lifestyle. The fact that this is now seen as fringe
I know,
should terrify you. I've never believed that women should work full-time if a woman is married or has children, says 25-year-old Esty Williams, who has more than 35,000 followers on TikTok. We as women have realized that we can compete with men, but at what cost? That's a question most women refuse to ask themselves.
Yep.
I see women moving away from their roots to compete with men. That's not the way it should be. We are women and we need to embrace that. Yes, you want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because if you want to smash the patriarchy, the best way to do that is probably not voting to make it bigger and paying it fucking taxes.
Well, here's the thing. The women of today who bought into all this feminist shit are literally surrendering a boatload of their power.
Oh, yeah.
Because the feminists think they can act and be like men and do men stuff, but they're physically weaker.
Yep.
So, I mean, it doesn't work out. The traditional woman with throwing around the poon and flashing tits and stuff like that, they have so much power that if you go all the way to the beginning, Adam and Eve literally talked Adam into eating an apple that the creator of everything told him not to do. But because he was obviously dick thinking, he went and did it and fucked it all up.
Mm-hmm.
And women have that kind of power over men.
Yeah.
They've literally, whispered in their ears, and men have gone off to die in war or go downstairs and protect us. And they're willing, yes, dear.
Yes, dear.
They march into the maw of death. But hey, no, that's bad power. No, that's
it's toxic. Yeah.
I want to be like a dude. Okay, enjoy it.
The thing is, women not only had access to that power, they had a measure of control over it.
Yeah,
and then now they all think they're Beyonce. Who run the world? Girls, my ass. But it's a stupid fucking song. But that's how they think.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're going out there and they realize, like that woman who wrote you that email who's 29 years old, like, I don't want to work like a fucking dog for the rest of my life. This sucks.
Yeah, and she was on the
job.
She was on a job like 2 or 3 years. I don't even remember.
Yeah. And instead of having a man go out and do that for you, and you showing him appreciation and doing the work that he doesn't want to do as a reciprocating measure, that's all it took. And everyone was happier. Now relations between men and women are absolute shit, and it's because women took the bait that Marxists want them to take.
Correct.
It's pathetic.
They want to be the man.
Yeah.
And guess what? There can only be one man in a relationship.
Yep.
And
2 scrotums in a relationship is 1 scrotum too many.
The second scrotum. You don't need that. Did a whole comedy routine on that.
Oh, that's some good shit right there.
Actually, I caused the guy in my office to get divorced because I
Oh, shit. So the concept of trad-wifery was also linked to the values held in the traditionalist Catholic Church, according to an article by the Political Research Associates, a social justice research group. Well, then they should be disbanded because social justice is horseshit. In some circles, being a trad wife, short for traditional wife, also means being a fundamentalist Christian and accepting that women shouldn't work, shouldn't have the right to vote, and should fully submit to their husbands and their faith to live a happy life of homemaking. The Bible speaks of wives submitting and serving their husbands and being their husband's helping mate. The Bible talks specifically about gender roles, and I completely support traditional gender roles, as like I said, as everybody should. Feminists love to focus on the serving and submitting part. They love to completely negate the part where, in return, a man has to be willing to fucking die for you in return for that submission.
Correct. I mean, everything in the universe, at least here on Earth, there's a give and a take.
Yep.
And a yin and yang, whatever you want to call it. All right. I mean, it is what it is. And I remember I was watching Pearly Things, and she was doing a show with one of her friends, short brunette girl. I don't remember her name. Married an Air Force officer. I think I met him in Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was pretty interesting that the conversation they were having. So, and like she's getting all kinds of heat because,
of course,
she's like, my job is I'm a stay-at-home wife.
Yeah.
And women like are attacking her and getting all freaked out.
Of course they are, because they cannot possibly imagine. Like, what's hilarious is that feminism was allegedly supposed to be about women being allowed to choose their own path. Well, some women still choose the path of traditional gender roles,
but that's bad,
and they're vilified for it just the same as men. It's pathetic.
And here's a funny thing about feminism as well. They'll literally sit there and pitch a bitch, protest for all of these women so they can, take seats at corporate boards. They can work in, IT and STEM. All of the jobs that pay a lot are clean and predictable. They don't like the dud jobs.
Nope.
Like the guy on the boat who's bringing up the 1-ton cages full of crabs.
Yeah. Deadliest catch doesn't refer to how deadly the crabs are. It refers to how many people die doing that job.
And once you go over the board on that boat, you're more than likely, if they can't pull you in within 10 minutes, you're
out,
man.
Shit, 10 minutes might even be way too
Or
long.
you got the high tension guys who literally ride on the high tension lines and repair and test. I mean, and if they make one mistake, they're literally turned into a vapor apparition instantly.
Maybe that's who that guy saw.
But
in the street corner.
feminism isn't pushing for women to do that.
No,
I mean, that alone,
they want the cushy jobs.
Yeah, that alone proves that they just want special treatment. They do not want equality.
Nope.
They finally got equality, and now they're pushing for all this extra crap.
You want to see what a trad wife looks like? See, now this is where what cracks me up is that all the women who tell you that being a traditional wife is vile and disgusting, you know exactly what they look like. You can picture them in your head. In fact, I think I have a video clip of some of them right here that I can show you guys. Let's take a quick look here. Oh my God! Yeah, see, that's what they look like right there. All right.
Wow, that's funny.
What does a trad wife look like?
There we go.
Pretty damn nice.
So I'm here to make a clarification video because of the big controversy going around about the term trad wife and the intent behind the term, as well as the intent behind my channel and what I post. If you are not familiar with the term trad wife, it is a woman who chooses to live a more traditional life with ultra-traditional gender roles. So the man goes outside the house, works, provides for the family. The woman stays home, and she's the homemaker. She takes care of the home and the children if there are any.
The fact that she has to explain this like it's in a textbook, it's hysterical.
But where the feminists, interject their logic into this, is like, what if he leaves you? What are you gonna do? You gotta get a job. Blah, blah. Okay.
I guess men are basic creatures. If you give us the 3 S's, we tend to stay happy.
For the most part, you are correct, but there are guys out there that are going to screw it up.
Yes.
I mean, listen.
But we're all human.
Yeah.
People screw shit up.
And a traditional wife, if she's caught in that role, it's going to be bad.
Yep.
But the thing is the divorce, like the child support and alimony stuff, was all put in place to protect trad wives.
Yeah.
But now the things that are protecting the trad wives are protecting the feminists.
Yeah, they're weaponizing what was meant
quite
to.
literally, it's literally a license to steal from the husband.
That's about it, too. Yep. And some of the examples that you see in this article, like this woman here. Let me see if I can shrink this up a little bit because it's a bit on the been on the large side.
Uh-huh.
She was a raging feminist 6 years ago, and now she is a traditional wife. And look at that. A woman who's no longer a feminist actually looks feminine and happy.
Oh, no.
How dare you?
That's crazy.
Isn't it amazing what happens when you actually embrace the roles that God gave you instead of trying to shit all over them because you think you know better?
Mm-hmm.
You know, thousands upon thousands of years of evolution, society, and civilization, all built by a family unit that you have quite successfully destroyed in less than a century. And things are worse than they've ever been because of this shit.
Yep. Absolutely correct.
The women who shit all over women who just want to be women.
Yeah, and listen, when they finally manage to raise the debt ceiling to the point where it collapses this country, all of these strong and independent women are going to starve to death.
Yep.
Because I'm just gonna tell you this right now, gentlemen. Down the road, if these women show up and they're begging for help and they got a bunch of kids in tow, you are under no obligation to help them. Because more likely than not, they put themselves in that position. I'm not talking about widows. They're a whole other animal. I'm talking these feminist, single mother, parasites of the Western world.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that is a growing number of people every friggin' day.
Yep.
Isn't it amazing? I mean, we know so much about what works, what doesn't work, what builds a successful society, what doesn't, what causes STIs, and what doesn't, and yet we just like to throw all that shit out the window.
It'll be good.
It'll be fine.
She's different.
We've evolved beyond that.
It's just one time.
It'll be fine. We're different. We love you. What a bunch of shit. Welcome to 2023, ladies and germs. It's going to be a bumpy fucking ride. Ah! All right, we're going to read some more chats here on YouTube, and then we're going to take a quick break, go to New Tech, where all the good chats are.
All right.
Not that your chats aren't good on YouTube. We appreciate it. It's just that YouTube takes 33% of them, and that sucks.
Cash App.
Cash App, bitches!
Yeah.
It's in the link tree in the Meat Gazer box. Do it. Dung is fun. There's 2 ways that I want to leave this world. In my sleep or fighting like a Viking to Valhalla. There you go.
I concur.
G-Man, damn you, Pop, for offering common sense advice about how not to share pews and rented thread. Dying medic! Benoit Legault from Canada. Appreciate your work, Terrence. I feel bad for you living up in Canada. I hope you're in a good sect of Canada like Skid, where they basically ignore Trudeau. Because that guy is a fucking asshole. Digi Nomad, also from Canada. Pop, we're going this weekend. Home Depot. Hashtag let's hoe.
Hey, I got to buy a hoe at Home Depot.
Yeah, just go hang out in the caulk section. Yeah, you doing?
You looking for caulk?
You looking for caulk?
All right.
Yeah, I got a big tube right over here. Hey, come back here. Oh, man. Cliff 3188. So do these women go to Home Depot like the unlicensed laborers do? So I could go and give her $50 for the whole day? In this recession, it's a bargain.
Could be. Could be.
Could be. Could get a dick worm, though, too. I'm just saying. Michael Morgan, all that tick thought crap would be hilarious if it wasn't so GD pathetic and brought on themselves. Good work and keep it up. Thank you, Mike. TikTok, I refuse to download it on my phone. Every time somebody sends me a TikTok video, I'm like, stop it. You're 33.
Yeah, I watch some of it. Most of it I don't.
I mean, if they send me the videos, I watch them on my computer because I refuse to have the app on my phone. As soon as you make a TikTok account, they have access to everything on your phone, on your device.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that's hidden in their TOS.
Anything on your network.
Basically anything that's Chinese programmed.
Uh-huh.
It's hidden in their TOS. They can just copy your entire hard drive and fucking take it. Don't do it. Tony Soprano, who goes to Home Depot regularly? Menards is better. I concur. I like Menards. You had never been to Menards until I took you that one time, and then you were like, dude, this is Menards?
It was pretty good.
Like a kid in a candy store here.
It was a little more pricey than Home Depot, but, it's it's there's a bigger selection. Let's just say.
Yes. Yeah, ladies going to go to Menards now.
Well,
They want
Menards
the
has
bigger selection.
like a whole food section. You don't have a food section at Home Depot.
True story. G-Man, the unfortunate part about dining at Home Depot is all the food attitudes. I had an argument with a trans about the rising cost of hardwood. Probably because the trans is never going to experience hardwood.
Well, he might be able to get a hot dog.
Down
They
the hallway.
got rid of the hot dog. That's not going to happen.
Wah, wah. Shitballs.
I like to getting the hot dogs at Home Depot. They're pretty good.
Never had a hot dog at Home Depot.
No, I used to get a couple on the way out the door.
I just don't think about eating food at Home Depot. Just
Well-
like I wouldn't think to go and try to get a date at Home Depot.
Well, it's right when you're walking out. It used to be right there.
Yeah.
I literally walk up and like, take the hot dog, extra mustard, throw some onions on that, and give me a Pepsi.
Yeah.
$3.50, no problem. What a deal.
Yeah. Next up, hot dogs at BJ's.
That's not good. You get thrown out for that.
Women going to start to go to BJ's looking for a date, so it's no longer false advertising.
I got the courtesy walkout the first time I went there for cracking that joke.
Wholesale BJ. Silver Fire with 99 cents and a strange-looking emoji. Thank you. G-Man, sorry about the misspelled Mr. Blake. Good whiskey. Oh, yeah, good whiskey.
Yeah.
Love me some good whiskey. Vincent Meisner. Billy Von Baum should do a video where a guy is cornered in the Home Depot by a gaggle of zombie strags, and he throws a mini boxed wine down the aisle to narrowly escape.
The diversion.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop!
Never gets old, man.
It never gets old, man.
All right. We still got 800 people watching us on YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in. We got 826 watching us on Rumble. Rumble outdoing YouTube already. Before we even jump to new tech, you guys are awesome. 79 watching on Odyssey. 68, just one shy of the magic number over on MGTOW.tv. DLive is rocking 27. I'm seeing much lower turnout on DLive lately. I'm thinking that API error thing is starting to really
screw everything
up. 38 on Twitch. All right. So, ladies and germs, I want to remind everybody this coming Tuesday is going to be our first Redonkulous movie night. Because of that, we are not going to do full streams on all the websites, but we will broadcast for about 5 to 10 minutes in the beginning just to let you guys know where you can watch the movie with us. Unchained Skid's going to be there. We're watching Battlefield Earth. We're drinking. We're yucking it up, making fun of the movie, having a good time. Be there.
And we're watching it here?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It's going to be awesome.
All right.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break, 5 minutes, empty your squirrel bladders, refill your shot glasses, and we'll see you on New Tech. Look for those links in the YouTube chat.
Take it easy.